A bear walks into a bar and says, "Give me a whiskey and cola." Bartender says, what's with the big paws?" Bear says, "I don't know, I was born with them." You're welcome. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning and I just had my coffee. Now I'm out here, I'm gonna try and work the garden a little bit. It's supposed to rain around 2 o'clock today, straight through till tomorrow morning. I think a little bit of rain tomorrow as well. So I thought I'll try and just work a little bit at the front of the garden. Just try and dig it up, and then I'll spread some hay from the chicken's coop, as well as some hay from the hay bale and a little bit more dirt. And then maybe we could try planting those carrots and at least get them going. They're the only thing we have right now that can be planted with frost, still a potential frost. So maybe we'll try and get those planted and see how they turn out. So I'm just gonna pucker away here. So I got this section done so far. There's a lot of really great soil once you start digging. I just had to pick out a bunch of rocks, but I've got them out and I've dug this up. I'm gonna go all the way across this part here, and then I'm gonna start adding hay to it from the chicken coop. And believe it or not, I actually just cleaned out the chicken coop from winter. Well, we got them in January, and I cleaned the whole entire coop out like 2 weeks ago, and I used all the extra like compostable hay in the driveway and buried it under rocks so it would like just decompose and then fill some of the gaps and then put big rocks on top of it. So that sucks. Had I known I was gonna do a garden and it's good for the garden, I would have saved it for a couple weeks. But you know, after 2 weeks I can just grab all the hay that's in there again. I mean, there's not a lot that's gonna be soiled, but I can grab what there is and throw it here into the garden. And I'll just grab some other hay as well, because we did hay bale gardens 2 years ago and this stuff grew pretty well. So I'm just gonna mix some of the hay in with the soil and we'll see what happens. But this is a big enough chunk for Jeremy to plant his carrots. I do want to continue doing it. I never liked gardening. I've never thought I would be a gardener, but I actually am really enjoying it out here. Probably because I enjoy a workout and I love the sun. Even though today's not sunny, I still feel like it's just a beautiful, like brisk, cool day. It's a nice day for working, that fresh air. And then it's a good workout out for my arms and back, lifting and lugging and pulling the rocks. I love doing it. I love a good workout. So this stuff makes me happy. I'll continue at it. I got a nice big garden to work at all winter, all summer, and I'm pretty excited about it, believe it or not.
Yeah, so we just started the garden and we're gonna plant like carrot seeds and stuff. For now, after the last frost, that's when we're gonna plant all of the sunflowers and green beans and yellow beans and stuff. For now, we'll just do that.
Yay!
Fun in the garden.
Awesome in the garden, isn't it?
I know. Listen to our echoes.
Echo.
It's fun. Yeah. I like listening to the echoes. Look, Tucker.
So there are quite a few rocks to get out of here, but I mean, I'd rather do it than pay the tractor guy to do it, because like I said, I get a good workout doing it. I get a suntan, get fresh air. Can't complain about that.
And we even got a really
Just throwing all the rocks off to the side for now, and I'll come back later with the side-by-side and grab them all. Once I dig out the rocks, really is some pretty good soil. So I'm getting there. I've dug up all this and I'm almost to the end here. There's quite a few big rocks to dig out, but once you get past them, it's good soil, real good soil. Here's all the rocks I've dug out so far in just that small area. It's very rocky ground, but I think it'll be awesome now because I've dug them out and really mixed up the ground. Like I said, I'm gonna add the hay. So for anybody new here, if you're wondering why I'm out doing this and lugging all the rocks and doing all the heavy work, we've had some people make comments like, where's Jeremy? Or why is Ashley bringing in the wood all the time? Why is Ashley lifting the heavy stuff? Why isn't Jeremy doing it? Things like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's coming from new people who haven't watched previous videos. If not, then it's just coming from ignorant people who are just being nasty. I don't know why. But for any of those who really just haven't watched old videos and are new here and are honestly wondering why I'm doing most of the heavy work and stuff, it's because Jeremy, I'm assuming you would know, has been medically released from the military because of ulcerative colitis, which led to the loss of his colon. And ulcerative colitis to some people may not sound like a big deal, but when you have it to the extent that he had it, it's life-threatening. So he lost almost 60 pounds in just a matter of a few short months and ended up in the hospital in emergency surgery. And had he not gone through the emergency surgery, he would have been dead. The surgeons told us his colon and rectum were completely destroyed. The disease wrecked a lot of things in his body. So between the disease and things he had to do in the military, he's got a bad back, he's got bad knees, bad feet, bad shoulders, and again, no colon, which causes a bunch of other problems when you don't have a colon, because that releases so many different things into your body that you now don't have because you're lacking that. So I mean, just because I'm a girl doesn't mean that I can't do the same things as a guy. I'm young, I'm healthy, 33-year-old who can physically lift and enjoys lifting and moving and lugging and doing things. So just because I'm married doesn't mean my husband needs to be doing all the work, especially a husband who isn't always well. So just take that into consideration when making comments, either on our channel or other people's channels that you go to. You don't always know the story, you don't always know what people are going through, so maybe be a little kinder. And most of you are kind and lovely, but then when we have the odd person coming on and just making ignorant comments on why the woman is doing a lot of the lugging, well, that's sexist, and I'm not a feminist by any means, but the fact is I can do a lot of the same things that any guy can do, and I enjoy doing it. And if Jeremy, when he feels good, on the days that he feels good, he does a lot of work too. It's just not always on video. So he does so much of the behind the scenes stuff because I suck on computers and editing and all that stuff. That's not my forte, but I can get out and load wood and lug wood, and I enjoy doing that sort of stuff. So we kind of do what works for us, and that works for our family, and that works for our YouTube channel, and we love it. So think before you write nasty comments would be pretty awesome. Back to work I go.
I will continue to set the proper example and get rid of those nasty things, starting with you, so get out of my face.
Alright, time to clean up these rocks and throw them in the back of the side-by-side. That way when it rains, it doesn't hinder any of the growth there. I might stop doing this after I clean these rocks because my neighbor's bringing more wood over. I said he had to bring 4 loads, so he's brought 2 so far. I think he's bringing more around noon, so we'll have to stack that. So I'll just save my back from any more of this for now. That's all the rock. Looks like way more in the back of the side-by-side, eh? Hard to tell when it's on the ground. So I'll wait for Jeremy to come out and then we'll take this somewhere and dump it. Probably on the roadway we have going out behind the house. It could use some rock. Now I'm gonna go in here and collect some hay for fertilizer. Got my little pile of hay right there. And locked the chickens back up, gave them all fresh hay. Now I'm gonna go in and have a drink before he gets here with the wood.